Hello everyone, Dragon Gaming Kid for Game here. Today, we're reacting to Davyd, formerly R&D, his video, Ninjago Lego was lazy with Legacy Rant. So, the question is, wasn't Lego lazy with Ninjago Legacy? I haven't got a chance to look at them all yet, and there's 6 episodes on Lego's official site, and I did in fact record a video way back when, it was like a week or so ago, about it, and it's just, the whole funny thing is that if you look that far on my videos, it doesn't show that, and then if you go here, it does for some random reason. How's it still getting views? I'm not sure, but yeah. Other than that, we're gonna take a look at that a little after this. So,
time to develop an opinion on how I feel about the entire season, if you can even call it that. After letting the honeymoon phase settle in for Legacy, I've had enough time to develop an opinion on how I feel about the entire season, if you can even call it that. I'm going to do my best to explain what made Legacy very disappointing for me, as there are very specific and particular reasons for this. I've been really looking forward to these new Legacy sets and episodes, and the sets for the most part are incredible. However, there are a few things that have proven to me that LEGO was lazy with Legacy. Let's first start off
the whole point of the video and the whole point of my video looking at this. And I'm going to explain my concerns with the whole thing. If you go to this video and check the comment here, I said this. This was from a while back. I kept the same page running because I was an idiot and didn't keep the notification. Oops. The mask in the movie design is being incorporated into this are the only problems I have. The mask because it looked weird to me. The movie design is because of the question we're going to try to answer. Well, it's not a question we're going to answer. It's a question that wouldn't make a lot of sense with movie designs. I think I've made it a little clear. I'm not a fan of the movie designs in Ninjago. And that's a rant for a whole nother day. Let me know if you want to see it. Wouldn't it be better? Would it have been a better... Forget. Wouldn't it have been a better idea to include the older designs and remixes of older sets? If the idea was to try to bring older fans back, then that probably would have been a good way to go. My only problem I can see with that is, and I'll probably experiment with this, but the older designs may not fit with this new design, the new mask, and they still want to keep young fans, newer fans interested. Yeah. If I had left about this, and I'm still going strong on it, but if I had, left the Ninjago community for a little while, that idea would have been the idea to bring me back. But it didn't implement. Something just, this is something to think about when we were talking about this. Something else I'm going to explain my concern on is the new movie that's going to come out. Yes, there's going to be a new Ninjago movie. Why have you not heard about this? Because it's in the Ninjago fan base itself. They had created 4 episodes leading up to the 100th episode special in Ninjago. They liked it so much they're going to turn it into a movie. This is right about like a 2-hour movie. My only problem, and I don't think there's any way to change this, but I think what would have been cool is if they took the older designs and made it into the movie. I think it's too late to turn back whatever the decision they've decided to do, which is probably season 10, but, the thing is that they're not entirely like. The thing is, the movie designs already have one movie, and they've basically taken over the show right now. So, having the movie designs have a second movie, that would have been that's the last straw. If that happens to me, like, for me, that would be the last straw. Why? Well, I mean, they already have one movie. Why do they need two? The older designs don't have a movie of their own. They've had mini movies and shorts, but that's it. They don't have a movie. And having an older them having in the movie might be a better way to talk about this, you know. Taking the older designs and then making it so they could, like, have their own movie, I'd be happy about that. It'd be able to show where Ninjago's been, and that's what I think should have happened with Legacy. But enough of that. Let's look at this.
With the minifigures. From a brief glimpse, the minifigures look incredible with nothing wrong with them, but let's discuss the details. I want to bring up the fact that LEGO has claimed this to be the ultimate wave for Ninjago fans, stating this in various LEGO catalogs since there's a lot of fan service involved with the sets. LEGO tugs on our nostalgia strings a ton this wave, however they do so in an incredibly lazy way. For example, we are given multiple sets inspired by Season 1 of Ninjago, known as Rise of the Serpentine, with 3 out of the 4 Season 1 inspired sets, including actual Serpentine minifigures with them. Yet there are only 3 Serpentine minifigures made for the entire wave, meaning 3 of the wave's sets have repeat figures. All the sets that have Serpentine in them include the Venomari. Why? I understand the inclusion of Pythor in 2 of the sets since he was the main antagonist of the entire season, but why are we limited to only 1 Serpentine tribe? And why...
A point I can see that can combat that is they may have been working on a time schedule, or they didn't think it would have been necessary to create more versions of the Serpentine. And maybe it's because they had already created the Legacy stuff before they released all these set stuff. Like, they created all the Legacy episodes and stuff of that nature. And stuff like that. What may have been the case is that they already created the Legacy sets, and by the time they noticed all this, it was too late to make anything. Is one way to go about it, but I really don't see what his point is. You know, I don't know.
Why are we only given 2 out of the 4 tribe members? The Venomari weren't that crucial to the first season, with the Hypnobrine and Fangpire tribes being way more important than them. Fan-favorite characters like Scales and Fangtum aren't included in these sets, yet Spitta and Lasha are? And a wave of Ninjago sets dedicated for the fans? That doesn't really...
Wow. Okay. Yay. You know, if it's supposed to be dedicated to fans, and as I mentioned before, they only had a limited amount of waves they could use. And if you go into it, choosing characters to put in sets is tough work. You have to figure that all out, and maybe they said, you know, they picked the Serpentine figures and said, yeah, you know, they're only going to be showing in a couple of sets, you know, so we can reuse them and not waste much profit and time. Really don't know what he's going at here.
It makes sense to me. What does make sense is the fact that LEGO got lazy with the minifigures and decided to include cheap Serpentine characters just to say they included the Serpentine, and that just doesn't do it for me. Staying on...
Basically, I'm forming my own rant here, but, you know, what could have been the case is that this Red Army didn't get too much action or something like that in Lego's eyes, or they seemed like the underdog and stuff of that nature. Maybe they wanted to update these designs and Legacy was a good way to do it, or you always have... I don't know if this dude knows anything about economics or not, but usually you want the underdog and stuff of that nature. And not everything is focused around fan favorites. If we were focusing on everything around fan favorites, crap, a mixed amount of sets would be in there.
On the topic of minifigures, have you ever wondered why the ninja are wearing brand new ninja suits in these sets when they're supposed to be flashback sets? I've thought about the same question, but after viewing the latest Season 10 trailer, I think I may have found our answer. With the ninja wearing their legacy suits in the Season 10 trailer, it's safe to assume that LEGO originally intended for these suits to be the Season 10 suits, but didn't want to reproduce old ninja prints and molds for the pilot episode suits, and just threw in the Season 10 suits as a replacement, since they were going to have to produce them anyway for the Season 10 sets. Although this isn't confirmed, it seems like this may have been the case, and if it is, this is a very lazy job on LEGO's part, and overall simply disappointing. Other than that, I really have nothing.
It could have been the time constraints, and a lot of reasons a lot of people hate Day of the Departed, including Tanner Fishies, is mainly because it was time constrained due to the delay of the latest Ninjago movie. This could have been something similar. So, calm your butt down, okay? I don't know what you're getting at.
But positive things to say about the Legacy sets, but the minifigures this wave are extremely disappointing to me. However, I do also want to cover the mini-episodes that were released for Legacy. Although this isn't a true season of Ninjago, there is still Ninjago content, and I will therefore judge it. But there are obviously many factors to consider, as it can't really tell that deep of a story with only 3-minute long episodes. The Ninjago community has been begging for the return of a Ninjago miniseries ever since the pilot episodes, so I can't really complain about LEGO including one for Legacy. Yet, there's a major difference between these and the old ones. You see, the old ones are made to purely tell a fun, short story, while the new mini-episodes are nothing but glorified and extended Legacy set advertisements. At first, I love the episodes, but it doesn't take long to realize their true purpose. There are 6 mini-episodes and 7 Legacy sets. Each episode is centered around a particular set, with the episode Green and Gold being the only exception. It's unfortunate that out of 6 mini-episodes, only one really has any meaning to it, while the others are just empty shells made purely to advertise a particular set in the line. Elaborating on the laziness of LEGO when it comes to the episodes...
As a LEGO fan, that first ever set of Ninjago and LEGO was the Stormfighter. It could have been what sets sold the best or what sets didn't sell, because maybe, like Toys R Us and Walmart, Target and stuff, they only put out a certain number of sets, and yeah, that's a little on Lego's in there, but getting updates, versions of the old stuff would be awesome. So that's literally the only reason Legacy's kind of here, and the reason the episodes are there. They give older fans a little bit of nostalgia, showing some of their stuff. Not everything that Lego creates are advertisements. There are some stuff. Sorry. Hopefully I'll find it. But I hate when this happens. Yeah. No, that's not what I want, that's not what I want. No, I've done the game series, no, I don't want to do that. I'll find it later. But really all this is it's really updated versions of older sets, and they want to showcase these sets. Usually what happens with a set is, and especially a wave, is there's some sort of animated version to go along with it. It's not necessarily to advertise it. See, there's the Snake Train, 17 train from Season 1 that they get included in a wave. And, they're just basically saying, these are some sets that we thought you'd enjoy the remakes of. They were basically looking at some of these older ones and said, I think we can do these bigger and better, And for the Zane Kai one, they wanted to make sure Zane and Kai's bikes didn't overpower one another. So they downgraded the original Kai bike to make it comparable and better suited for Zane's. And Zane's, they built it up a little bit so it wasn't Jordy, and it could probably be its own set. But still, I really don't get what he's gone about
We
here.
have to wonder if the excuses portrayed in the episodes are enough to compensate for it. Let me explain. In the episode Elemental Rider, Zane states that he can just adjust all of the ninjas' appearances in the flashback because it is played through a program of his that he can control, which excuses the appearance of the ninja being inaccurate to their respective seasons. Right? Wrong. This only excuses it for this one particular episode. The other 5 episodes don't use Zane as a method of playing back these flashbacks, or at least don't make that clear whatsoever. So not only is Zane's control of this program a lame excuse to throw in these legacy suits into the episodes, it doesn't even...
What you don't understand, I don't think you understand anyway, is that if you look at some of the older and newer stuff, like for Hunted, which I recently did a review on, go check that out. Nia's little hat is based on the movie design, and you'll notice that a lot of the current sets that are out in stores are about movie-based designs. And it could have been costing Lego a little bit to make the sets using older respective, heads. I currently have a figure that has a white ZX mask, and this would probably sell pretty well if I sold it. And no, I ain't gonna sell it. The thing is, that's a little bit of vintage, and they want to try creating something new with the respective season. So, your point about the suits, these are just flashbacks. And basically, Lego, and you'll probably figure this out if you look at it, but it doesn't look like the older suits go well with the newer faces. So they decided to create a whole new set, a whole new suit for it, and since these suits won't get any good chance to shine, they incorporated it in Season 10, where they'll have bigger chance to shine.
Cover it for the entire miniseries. Finally, I want to cover the topic of Lloyd, as I know he's subject to a lot of controversy, especially in Legacy. When it comes to the episode Green and Gold, it is implied that this is a flashback sequence in Lloyd's dreams. Yet, Lloyd isn't portrayed correctly in this flashback. He should be actually voiced by Jillian Michaels, not Sam Vincent.
Yeah, and it could have been costly to try to get Julian Michaels back there. And, if I make a new thing and, I'm enjoying somebody else being created, and I just want somebody to have a job by creating, they're voicing something and their stuff, It's a voice dream, yes, but a lot of dreams can take you back to older places, and yet you're still the same age that you were when you dreamt the dream. So, your point here is really invalid. Man, I'm tearing this sucker apart. I should be doing this more. I am enjoying it.
And look completely different if they had wanted to make the flashback accurate. As you all know, Lloyd has undergone a complete design change along with a voice change in Season 8, and this flashback supposedly takes place before both of those changes, so it doesn't really make sense why our current Lloyd is portrayed in the dream. Overall, I do realize that I'm being extremely picky when it comes to Legacy, but I wanted to point out these things because not many people have, and if LEGO wants to create a set wave dedicated purely to the fans, they should do it right instead of putting in only half the effort. But yeah, what do you guys think about all of this? Do you guys agree that LEGO is in a sense lazy with Legacy? Do you guys disagree? Feel free to let me know down in the comments.
As I had mentioned in parts of the rant I made, LEGO was not indeed lazy. What he had went ahead and did is they did the best with what they did, and they did all of what they could, and stuff of that nature, you know. That's true. That's not, you know, that could be it. It could exactly be it. Could be exactly what we're looking for. But this is actually, that's not going to be too accurate, is it? Yeah, that's not going to be, that's not going to be, yeah, that's not going to, that's the, I just realized that's not really going to be the most accurate depiction of things in the case. There you go. I'll just search up the rate. I just realized I spelled Lego wrong. Did it again. Did that again. If I search up Lego, hopefully I'll get it. But essentially what I'm going to point out here is, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want either. Let's see my new stuff. Yeah. You should probably go one shot. You know, trying to look at this. They're currently alive, but we're not going to pay attention to them being alive. It's not what I'm looking for. There you go. Official Season 10 teaser. We looked at that right about 2 weeks ago, and I'm not going to look at that one. That's basically cartoons and stuff of that nature. I don't know why I took that off. Should have kept it. But what you'll realize, what you'll notice here is that these product set animations, those are this is mainly this is clearly meant to go alongside and promote, and the TV show is there to create some sort of thing. Plus, this is based on nostalgia and that stuff of that nature. I don't hate Lego in any way. I love them, but they're not perfect. So if you're saying they're lazy, they're not. They're doing what a company can't do. They're doing best on what they have. They probably don't have any of the, and you'll realize is that a lot of those sets were from 2012 and 2013. Well, 2011, 2012-ish. Not 2012, 2013. And they may not have the ZX, or, yeah, the ZX type of headpiece, which I put that same piece on a New Zealand head, and it doesn't look too bad, but if I try it on something else that's not terrible, if I use the old Lloyd hair on a current movie Lloyd, looks a little out of place. You know, if they use a older design with new suits, or new facial design with old suits, it's gonna look out of place, so they're just making something, make it seem in place. Overall, your points are very invalid, and I'm really surprised that it's getting some views. But I did mention that on Legacy a little bit, that I'm not gonna look at it, but that's basically what it is. And essentially what it is, I went ahead and I reacted to it. Not gonna do that, but overall, his points are rarely constructed with consideration. And that's something I noticed. You saw me tear, not as violently as I do a MatPat theory, but it was pretty much, I took it and I debunked pretty much a lot of his points. But go check him out, he's not that bad. Except for that rant that I destroyed, pretty much. It's not, content's not bad a lot of the time. And I hope you enjoy this video. And feel free to stick around if you want. I do plan to do some more Ninjago-based stuff in the future. Especially during 2019. Leave your thoughts about Legacy in the comment section. We're going to start a discussion. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.